Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful people. It's your boy DeAndre Swanson, the Hip Hop Dean, coming to you live, man, from the Oval Office, from the Sanctuary. Just got back off the road from a glorious trip. Took a field trip today with the good folks over at Eisenhower High School. Big shout out to the homie Ashley Overby, who is the, I believe, multimedia specialist, teacher, whatever you want to call it, the professor, the maestro over there at the high school, man. And I want to give a big shout out to the homie, man. Thank you for inviting me and giving me the opportunity to, just drive the bus and tag along with the homies today from the African American Club at the high school. Today, we took a trip to Langston University, and man, your boy was blessed today. I'm on 10, man. The energy is really palpable. It's through the roof. And man, I'm really fired up and excited, man. Today was such a beautiful thing, just to kind of get around my people and really kind of see the fullness and the richness of my culture and what it is that we bring to the table, man, on full display today. So I definitely, man, once again, want to thank the homie Ashley Overby for having me, for thinking of me, and however that situation worked out. I know I probably was kind of like the alternate. Somebody else was supposed to drive, cancel last minute, but I'm glad because I know that things always work out the way that they're supposed to, man. Ain't no accidents. So I definitely wanted to hop on and share, that love and positivity over the airwaves. And I really want to share, I want to talk about what they spoke about. The gentleman, I think, who's a high-ranking official. I forget his name and what his position is, but he definitely said some things today that really kind of spoke to me. So I kind of felt really inspired, and I want to bring that out and put that over the airways, man, to the people who might see this or watch this video on my little timeline and whatnot, man. And the term for the day, or, I like to use a word or the term, but the term for the day is soft skills. Okay. Soft skills. And this is something that I heard before. It was a term that was developed in the military, and it speaks to the development of skills and the application of a skill that is not technical. Okay. If I'm a mechanic, you can measure how much fluid is supposed to go, how much oil I'm supposed to put in the engine, how much transmission fluid, all these different kind of things, whether or not I actually have the knowledge to be able to change a tire. All these things have metrics and measurables that people can see. But when we start talking about soft skills, some really good examples of that are non-technical skills and abilities, personal attributes, right, that influence how you interact with other people. So that's really what soft skills are. And some examples of those are communication, teamwork, problem solving, adaptability, time management, work ethic, leadership, and critical thinking skills. And my favorite of all of these things, emotional and cultural intelligence. I'm going to throw that in there, even though that technically probably really isn't necessarily one of the ones that's listed. OK, so one thing that I really appreciate and I really try to do in terms of teaching the young people that I work with on a daily basis is getting them to understand and managing their own emotions. OK, and recognizing, OK, that emotions are great gauges. OK, they make really great gauges, but they make terrible guides. I'm going to say this again. Our emotions make really great gauges, but they make horrible guides. And by that, I mean, whenever you have a situation or something that kind of pops up, right, you might get angry. OK, you might get excited. You might get happy. You might get frustrated. You might be sad. You might even feel depressed. These things and we have emotions. The Lord gives us emotions for a reason, because when these things happen to us, I think that they definitely kind of hint at how we should feel about a situation, something that either happened to us, something that was said to us, something that we may have said or done in addition to that. But also, it's a good thing to be able to measure how whatever it is has occurred is going on, right? You can measure how that makes you feel, but we should never let these things override our common sense. And I'm as guilty of this as anybody. Okay. I know that there have been, many times in my life when I have let my emotions be my guide. Okay. And run away with me. Said some things that I shouldn't have said to some people who really mean a lot to me. And or treated people a certain type of way, or something that was said or done to me, I have allowed that to kind of sour my taste in terms of my relationship with other people. And man, so I definitely appreciated the fact that we had the opportunity to go up to Oklahoma's only historical black college, and university today, Langston University. And man, and just kind of be, saturated in culture, intelligence. It really, Ashley and I had this conversation, and it kind of bothers us, right? When we have the opportunity to experience something, and because it's something that we do, and when I say we, I mean black people, something that we do or we put on, right? And to say that it was, very well done. The people were very well spoken. It was very organized. The facilities were fantastic. All these kinds of things. There's almost always like this little asterisk that we put next to it because it was us who did it or us who put it on. And we talked specifically, for a while about that and how these things shouldn't necessarily be, right? But because they are, I think they add an extra layer to it when we do things the right way. And I hope that this, is something that, if I offend anybody, then you could go argue and cry with your mama, because this is how I feel about this, right? Whenever we do something and we do something well, there's an expectation, I think, and this is another facet of, I think, emotional intelligence, another one of those soft skills, understanding cultural intelligence as well. And not being self-deceived and not being naive about the way the world thinks about us and the way the way that the world sees us. These are all things that on a daily basis I try to share with the kids that I come into contact with. And also I have an opportunity to model and deepen the understanding of the people, the adults, the people that I'm on the administrative team with, the teachers that I come into contact with, helping them understand how we can better help service the kids here at Eisenhower Middle School by more deeply understanding their cultural background, their ethnic background, and all these different kind of things. I think that these things are fantastic aspects of that hidden curriculum, and being able to have, I would say, a deeper sense or knowledge of these things, I think only helps make the school culture and the school environment better, man. And I hope what I just said makes a bunch of sense, because man, today I'm telling you, like, I could not have experienced or had a better experience, a better time today with Ashley. I appreciate you again, man. And the kids from over at Eisenhower High School, man, this was really dope. This was really dope. Life changing. And for me, just to be able to be around and absorb Black excellence, man, it's just fantastic, bro. It was fantastic. Today has been a good day, and I had to get on here and kind of share some of that love and enthusiasm over the airways, that positivity over the airways. Man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Today has been a fantastic day, and again, I want to thank you, Ashley Overby, man, for thinking of me and allowing for me to tag along. I got your T-shirt here coming to you in a little bit, man. Hey, everybody out there, have a great weekend. I love y'all. We're gonna holler at you later. Peace. It's a great day to be a Viking too. All right, peace.